there's a little bit of controversy about that podcast because you did.
Oh.
Do you know about this?
No, what?
Because in D.C., this interview happened in D.C.
Yeah.
In a hotel.
Yeah. Not in a hotel.
Yeah. No.
It was like a random house.
It was like random house. But apparently, you can tell me, they spent, meaning the Harris campaign spent like $100,000.
I did see
you
that.
know about this?
It's hilarious.
To build the studio.
Yeah, that's not true.
Not true. To make it look like it was the studio that you used in L.A.
Incredible.
My studio that is gorgeous in Los Angeles doesn't even cost six figures. So I don't know how cardboard walls could cost six figures, but...
But do you think they did that?
Interesting.
I mean, you saw
Absolutely not. With love to them. Oh my God, it was gorgeous, but like it wasn't that nice.
What?
It wasn't like gorgeous marble. Like, no, that was not six figures.
Okay, she has no idea. She doesn't know what the campaign spent on the faux set that looked like hers. So the report is that the Kamala campaign, burning through cash, like you said, spent $100,000 because they couldn't fly Kamala from what, D.C. to New York?
Weird. Just really weird.
For a fake set? I absolutely believe they spent $100,000 on that.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But she fact-checked that at least, the host lady there. She's like, no. It wasn't a hotel. It's like a house or something. Okay. Thanks for the fact check.
Hey, man, it's Alex Cooper. You want to make sure that all the facts are straight.
Alex Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I tell you, what that campaign.
That has to be one tremendous podcast. I've never seen it. Well, except for the one she did with Kamala. You used to be a fan?
When it used to be two ladies.
Yeah.
Used to be a fan, but then they broke up, and it's not the same.
Oh, no.
When the band breaks up, it's just not the same.
That hurts.
It's too bad.
So what is the genesis of the name Call Her Daddy?
It's like girl boss. It's just them.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's
powerful.
They're the ones
They're empowering women.
How about I call you Alex Cooper? That's
they empower women by sexual acts.
That's great.
Sharing what sexual acts works to get the man get more men out of them.
I think we're good.
Okay.
All right.
Holy crap, I didn't know where that was going.
So the Harris campaign got their butts kicked, and many on the left are still bitter, like vice presidential hopeful turned loser Tim Walz. Here's what he had to say.
I think we're going to have to understand what type of leadership do they want. We were pledging to be inclusive. We were pledging to bring people in. Donald Trump has said that isn't what he wants. And so if that's what America's leading towards, I guess for me, it's to understand and learn more about America, because I thought that they were going to probably move towards a more positive message.
Go to the horse barn.
Shut up. We rejected their positive message. Is that what happened, dumbass?
Joy.
Get out of here.
So much joy with that campaign, if you recall.
So ridiculous. I'm so glad we don't have to put up with him for 4 years. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine?
We sent him back to you, Minnesota. Enjoy.
I'm so curious to know how was that Thanksgiving dinner, because his family voted for Trump.
Oh,
grandma, brother, cousins. How was that dinner?
Had to be fun. Well, they rejected his positive message, so he's probably disappointed in his family, I bet, because they were all about inclusion and joy and wonderment. That's what calling Donald Trump a Nazi is. It's joy and a positive message. That's what it is. Barack Obama is a bit bitter, too, because nobody gives a rat's anus what he cares about or says anymore. Here's he on the campaign.
The election proved that democracy is pretty far down on people's priority list.
Oh, get out of my
Pluralism is not about holding hands and singing Kumbaya.
There we go.
It is not about abandoning your convictions. It is about recognizing that in a democracy, power comes from forging alliances, and building coalitions, and making room in those coalitions, not only for the woke, but also for the waking.
What does that mean?
It means you got to wake up and become woke like them, or they don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Boy,
fortunately, we don't care what he says anymore.
Bitter man.
Yeah, he is.
Goes, looks like, what was it? Democracy? What does he say?
It's low on the list.
Low on the list of priorities for Americans.
Yeah, we're not a democracy, so it should be really low on our list. I'm so tired of it. Oh, man. I mean, There's a great article from Andrew Stiles from the Washington Free Beacon about Obama, the serial memoirist and Netflix producer who owns a $20 million estate on Martha's Vineyard, as well as, I believe, 3 other beautiful mansions, and also served as, of course, the 44th president of the United States. He keeps trying to reinsert himself into the national conversation, but nobody cares anymore. Earlier he talked about himself while sitting next to former German Chancellor Angela Merkel. On Thursday, he gave a vapid speech at the Obama Foundation's Democracy Forum. I think that's what we heard part of.
We got another clip too.
He denounced our current polarized environment. Is that what he also check this out. Yeah. Here's what else he had to say.
There are going to be times potentially when one side tries to stack the deck and lock in
What?
Hello? Yeah.
A permanent grip on power.
So Democrats.
Either by actively suppressing votes or politicizing the armed forces or
election
using
denier.
the judiciary, the criminal justice system to go after opponents.
Unreal.
And in those circumstances, pluralism does not call for us to just stand back and say, well, I'm not sure. That's okay.
No, you can do that
in those
if you're Democrats, but not Republicans. Republicans can't.
A line has been crossed.
Oh,
we have to stand firm.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Really?
What are you talking about, bro?
So he's denying the election. He's an election denier.
Exactly. A line has been crossed.
Are you serious?
When at all costs. It's
incredible.
Drop the radical pose for the radical means or something like that.
Right.
Ends.
Right.
Radical. Get Glenn in here. He knows Van Jones stuff. Anyway, I mean, this guy is talking. He's again. Democrats always do this. They accuse the other side of exactly what they do.
Right. Right.
And he is. That sounds like a bitter man who knows he was this close to destroying this great nation. This close.
Andrew Stiles brought up Alexander Hamilton in this article in his opposition to presidential term limits, which he outlined in Federalist number 72. If you'd like to reference it in your reading today. It's Federalist 72.
72?
Because I know a lot of us like to, start the week.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah. You like to bone up on the Federalist
Reference
papers.
it. I mean, I've got it memorized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. Of course you do.
72?
But Hamilton imagined future presidents, Barack Obama, who might be, quote, vain and ambitious as well as avaricious, unquote, who upon reaching the end of their allotted time in the seat of supreme magistry would be forced to assuage their considerable ego by wandering among the people like discontented ghosts and sighing for a place which they were destined never more to possess. Our astute reader observed that Obama appears to have a roaring case of discontented ghosthood.
So wait a minute. A serious question. Hamilton was arguing for presidential term limits?
No, against.
No, against. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Hamilton's view had ultimately prevailed, would Obama even have wanted to continue serving as president? Unlikely, given his fondness for accumulating wealth and insatiable thirst for hanging out with celebrities. Isn't that the truth? And originally there were no term limits. I mean, we didn't get term limits until, much, much later,
50s.
like 1950s, because of FDR. And they didn't want that to happen again. So.
And FDR was a Republican, right?
Oh, whoa,
No.
bro.
No.
Oh, my
No,
God.
he wasn't.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Territorian needs to learn some American history.
Well, he just assumed, I'm sure, Chris,
that's what I
because
said. Because
Republicans
want
are so
power.
evil and they only seek for power and gain.
That's what I was trying
So,
to
yeah.
connect the
bad.
dots.
Yeah,
I didn't pick up. I'm
right.
slow.
Yeah, a little sarcasm there, I think,
my
on
bad.
Chris's
That's
part.
my bad.